Today we're talking about something special. In today's evolving society, opinions about the ideal age for marriage, particularly for women, remains varied and nuanced. Should a young woman marry in her early 20s and her mid-20s, or often should they consider being more mature? Because the early stages is supposed to be self-discovery stage and not a stage to settle into marriage. Does marriage actually favor an experienced woman or a more mature person seasoned by life's experiences? While some people would argue that youth brings energy and adaptability, others feel that maturity fosters stability and wisdom that is actually needed in a marital union. So this episode on Woman to Woman, we're going to dive into understanding perspectives on the ideal age for marriage for women and the qualities men may find desirable in potential spouses across age groups. And I'll be joined now by Dr. Alice Jonah, all the way from Niger State. She's a counselor. She's the HRD Mass Communications Department in the Federal Polytechnic Bida, and we've been having some connection problems to get her. She's on, she's off, but I'm hoping that Dr. Alice will join us in a moment. Dr. Alice, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good afternoon.
All right. It's good to have you on the show. So we're just going to rush quickly because we don't know how stable your network is going to be. Now, talking about the proper age for getting married, would you advise ladies to get married in their early 20s or late 20s? Do you think age actually plays a significant role in determining marriage readiness, especially for women?
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for having me on the program. To begin with, marriage is a lifetime institution. It is only cut short by God Himself when one of the parties is called up by God. But sometimes we have the couples or family members truncating the process of marriage. Marriage is not for children. It is for adults who are ready to go into marriage. Because marriage is something you go into fully prepared. It's not an impromptu thing. And that is why we have the period of courtship where the couples or intending couples get to know themselves better and know the families of both couples that are getting married. So when we talk about the age of going into marriage, of course, we know that adulthood begins from the age of 18. So anyone above the age of 18, whether male or female, is actually good to go into marriage. But then, age is just a number. You get some people at the age of 18, 19, 20, they are not fully mature. So maturity plays a great role in marriage. If you are above 18, you have reached the ripe age of getting married, but how matured are you? So age is not really the matter, but at least one must be above 18 to attain the age of adulthood before one can go into marriage. So yes, age plays a significant role in marriage because marriage is not for children. It is not for anyone below the age of 18.
18. Okay, beautiful. So maturity is the major thing, not necessarily
It is the major driving force.
Okay, but are there some common misconceptions about marrying, like marrying at a young age? Are there some misconceptions you want to straighten out, or marrying at a more advanced age that you might have heard of before?
Well, we can look at it from various angles. When you say someone is getting married at a young age, insofar as the person is not getting married below the age of 18, like I said earlier, the person is good to go. But when we talk about getting married at a young age, we are looking at maybe people within the age of 18 to 20, 25, or a little above 25. This is an age where young people want to shine, they want to do their thing their own way, and you tell them, hey, guy, it's time for you to get married. Sometimes they feel they have not fully lived out their youthful life, that youthful exuberance, so they may not be ready, okay? But then, there are advantages if one gets married at a younger age. You see, I wrote a book some years back titled When a Woman is Childless. And in the course of writing that book, I had the opportunity of discussing with some gynecologists. And they told me that in an ideal situation, at the age of 35 to 37, a woman should finish giving birth to the number of children she wants to have. So
Whoa.
imagine if you are starting late at 35, then you have just 2 years to give birth. And except miracle happens or you induce the pregnancy to have multiple children, how many children are you likely to have between 35 and 37 years?
Hmm.
And you know again that there are some women that go into menopause, before 50, between 40 to 50 years. If you are getting married at a later age, say 35 to 40 or above, how long will you be in that marriage before menopause catches up with you? That is something we need to look into. So it is better you get married when you are in your younger age than when you are very old. Except if, maybe by God's design, the partner is not coming your way. But for those who might be saying, no, he doesn't have this, he's not tall, he's not short, he's not light complexion, she's too short for my liking, she's too fat. You are coming up with such flimsy excuses, and time waits for no one. Time keeps flying.
Yeah.
So it is better and more advantageous to get married at a younger age. You will have more time to train your children. You cannot be training children when you are very old and weak. So you have more time to train your children. It is better for couples, for young people to get married in their young age than when they are already old.
Okay, so now we did have some arguments about this with a few of my friends, and they were saying younger women, women 25 and below, that are married will most likely be in that marriage and be oppressed unless they're just fortunate to find a partner who really loves them. And they argue that they've not discovered themselves, they've not matured, they don't have enough experiences to handle a man per se. And compared to women who are like 25 to 30, they know more, they've seen things in life, and they are more independent, they are firmer and all of that. But do you think marrying at a later stage in life, you face unique challenges apart from the biological clock issue, compared to younger brides and vice versa?
Thank you very much. You see, this institution called marriage is instituted by God Himself. When He brought Eve to Adam, He made her a companion to Adam, because He said Adam should not live with all the animals He has created alone. He needs one of his kind. And that was when He took one of the ribs of Adam, and formed a woman, which He gave to Adam, and He called her Eve. And He said, this at last is bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh. So the man and the woman are meant to complement each other. They are meant to be together in companionship. The man is leaving his own family to join with his wife from another family, which means that they are not having the same background. So there will be so many differences, social differences, political differences, ethnic differences, and so on and so forth. You are bringing in two people who are coming from two different backgrounds to stay together for the rest of their lives. Definitely, whether we like it or not, there are bound to be conflicts. Now, age has nothing to do with how a man or a woman handles his or her partner. It depends on your orientation, the background of the man or the woman. There are people that grew up under violent conditions. There are people that their parents were so violent that they were found to be fighting each other every other day. Such a child that is coming from that family is already violent inclined, except it takes the grace of God for that child to live a separate life, or a life that is not like that of his parents or her parents. Okay, so the background that a man or a woman comes from matters a lot in marriage. So whether the man is old or young, or the woman is old or young, it depends on the background he or she is coming from. And don't forget that we have a period of courtship. This period is a preparatory period where the man and the woman go out together, they stay together, they interact together, they get to know themselves better. At that point, you'll be able to know, this guy I am getting married to, is he responsible? Is he respectful? You ask so many questions, you get the answers right there. The man is similarly asking some questions. Will she be a good cook? Does she even know how to cook? Will she be able to take care of the home the way I want? You get all these answers during the period of courtship.
Courtship.
And so
Interesting.
that period will tell you the kind of person you are getting married to. And so when the period of crisis comes, it takes two to tango. If
Yeah.
one is hot, the other couple should go cold. And that is how you blend and you begin to have an almost perfect family,
Marriage.
not a perfect one anyway, because there is no marriage that is perfect. We all have our ups and downs in our marriages.
Okay.
So it depends on how you handle your situation in your home.
All right. Now, do you believe that financial independence should be considered before marriage? Because I've heard lots of counselors and I've heard in several seminars that you shouldn't go into marriage if you have nothing. There's a particular pastor who called it, "What is your garden?" God gave Adam a garden and Eve was helping him tend it. So as a man and as a woman, you must have something doing. So do you think financial independence should be considered before marriage? And if yes, at what age do women usually attain this level of financial stability?
Thank you very much. Now we are talking about contemporary times. We are seeing the way the country is now. Nothing is easy for anybody anymore, so to speak. And so, in situations like this, do you leave the man to carry the burden of the family alone? Marriage is for the man and the woman and their children and other extended family members. If the man is not financially fit to get married, he shouldn't even start it at all. Because number one, it is the responsibility of the man to fend for his family. The woman only comes in to assist, to help where he cannot meet all the needs of the family. And so both of them must be financially stable. Financially stable in the sense that you must have something you are doing that brings food to the table. The man must bring, the woman must bring, and together they take care of the family. So if a man is idle, for instance, and is not doing anything to fend for the family, how does he intend to take care of his wife and his children? There are times that the man may be retired or out of job. The woman has something she's doing. Either she's working in an office and earning some money, or she's into business. She's bringing food to the table. So that lacuna is covered.
Yeah.
Which means that the man is not the only one that is fending for the family. The woman is also there to assist him. When you bring, I bring, you see that we always have something to bring to the table and the family is stable.
Okay.
Financial independence is very, very important. That is why you see that sometimes when a lady bring home a man and say, this is the person I want to get married to, the first question the parents will ask the guy is, what do you do for a living? Definitely, I would not want my daughter to go to your house and starve, or that you are marrying my daughter and then I'll be feeding you and my daughter. No, 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 no. I've burdened enough to bring up these children, to train them in through schools. Now they are married. They should be able to take care of themselves and even us, the parents, as time goes on. So we need a man who has a steady income and a woman who has a source of income that will also complement the income of the man, so that together you have a comfortable family.
Beautiful.
Nigeria is not a smiling place these days.
And its
Let's tell ourselves
citizens
the
are not
truth.
smiling as well. But at
It's
what
not.
age do women usually attain financial stability?
I mean, women, we should be able to train our ladies to be financially independent even before they get married, so that a lady does not go into her husband's house and she's depending 100% on the man.
Okay.
The day he doesn't have money to give you to buy soap or your cream, or you want to change your wardrobe, there will be trouble in the house. So we should be able to train our ladies to be financially independent even before they get married. And if you
Okay.
do that, the man will not come to the lady's home and feeling that is the all and all in the house. You know that already this lady is coming to your house with something tangible that is going to be of help to you. So there shouldn't be an age limit. The moment a girl attains the age of 18, she's already an adult, you should be able to teach her these
How
are
to
the
make
things you need
money.
to do to
Mm.
make money,
Yeah.
so that you'll be able to support your family and you don't depend on your husband.
Okay, beautiful. And finally, before we let you go, Dr. Alice, what advice would you offer to women and men who are about to choose their partners that is beyond age and experience? I know you've also talked about courtship, but on a finer note.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Now, you need a partner that is respectful, a partner that will respect you for who you are and for what you are, a partner that will accept you the way you are. Then you need a partner that is compatible with you. You get to know that during courtship. You don't like a dirty environment. You want your home to be neat and tidy at all times. Is he or she capable of helping you to keep that kind of environment? Now, you need a partner that is ready to bring to table whatever he or she is earning, no matter how little it is, that you'll be able to share to have a financially stable home. Is your partner ready and willing to bring whatever he or she has to the table for you to share? You also need a partner that is ready to dialogue with you. You know, sometimes when we talk about dialogue in marriage, men, I beg the pardon of men, excuse me if you are not comfortable with what I'm about to say, but the truth is that men think that when they give orders, we are talking about dialogue in marriage. Giving orders is one thing, but we are talking about effective communication in marriage. You should be able to marry somebody that can discuss with you, that is ready to listen to you, and you will listen to the person. Together, you know where you are faulting each other, and you are ready to say, I am sorry. Then the
Mm,
marriage will move on.
all
Okay?
right.
I am listing these points. You see that love is not the ultimate, it's not the number one.
Exactly.
I am not mentioning love yet,
Mm,
but I'm mentioning other points that are liable to tarnish a marriage.
yeah.
Love comes towards the end, because all these things put together are the things that will make the love to grow. You don't judge a man by his looks. This man is tall and handsome. Yes, he's the right man for me. Does he have these other qualities we are talking about that will help you have a stable home? This lady is beautiful. She's intelligent. Fine and good. Does she have these other qualities we have mentioned? If you have a quarrel in the home today, is she able to sit and say, let's discuss about it? And it
Yeah.
doesn't involve a third party. These are the things we need to look into. Then love
Mm.
can come in the latter
Later.
time. Yes, it
All right.
shouldn't be number one.
I won't
That is one
say.
mistake we have been making. What
Um,
makes you love a man or a woman? These are the things that make you choose love.
yeah. I want to say a very big thank you to you, Dr. Alice, for your time
Thank you
today.
very
I know you're a
much.
very busy person, but you had to make our time, and we appreciate you. Thank you. All right, and
Thank
that's
you
how
very
we're going to be
much.
concluding Woman to Woman today. But you know, there's another edition of it on radio tomorrow. Please do well to join us on radio and at 2:30. All right, I'm Daisy Leah Sekidi, and today we have learned that it doesn't matter if you're 21, 22, 29. Basically, apart from the biological clock issue, compatibility and several other things are what really counts. And so those who come on social media to drag young girls that they are getting married, and those who come to say women who are 25 and older are too old, you need to enlighten yourself. That's what we're trying to say today. All right, have a nice day and bye for now.